by the tech outstanding people, young people to the United States for a period of 6 to 12 weeks to study, basically the best universities, and the University of Georgia. And again at the University of Georgia, we gave an Ignite talk about education, and it was called the education we need versus the education we want. And our Ignite talk was the best. And very soon, again, I will be representing you in the US very soon this year. One of the things that I've learned as a person and as a leader is that life is all about the choices we make. Yes, personally, I have a very nasty background. I'm this person who repeated primary. I was a professional repeater. Not professional. When the teachers know it for you, they don't grade you. Before even grading, they say the last person is Peter Okware. Are you getting it? And the truth is, I repeated primary thrice. How many times? Maybe some of you might be here, but you don't know the pain of repeating a class. Huh? One time I remember, when I repeated, they read our results, and as usual, people would say, that one position is as usual, they read the first 10 and the last 10. So mine was constant. Are you all together? So what happens is that the gentlemen, they took us to a hall, and they looked us there who were the last performers. But the truth is, they traumatized me. And I felt like as if I should leave education. And you know, repeating when you don't know why you are repeating. Are we together? But the truth is, I could repeat simply because I couldn't read. I could repeat simply because I couldn't read. I remember one time when, as I shared before, one time the teacher asked us, your PDF in full. And I gave the answer whereby in class no one knew the answer. I told the people, Uganda People's Defense Force. But when it came 2 days in the exam, putting it down on paper, that's how we go. Are we together? So in life as a teacher, I've learned one thing. There are very many teachers, very passionate teachers. And what makes a difference between any teacher, not in which level of school or which category or your qualification, but what makes a difference among us teachers is our ability to support weak learners. Are we together? The truth is, I saw how determined my teachers were in terms of supporting me, but they didn't have any methodology. They didn't have any approach. I remember one time, one of my teachers said that, Teacher Peter, no, that's not what the teacher said. Said, Peter, maybe you are bewitched. Because they could do everything but no solutions. From P1 to P5, I don't know whether I passed any class. I didn't pass any class from P1 to P5. And when I was at the end of the row, that was in 1999-2000, I told my mom, I've seen successful people. She was at school, and I told her, I've seen successful people who are not even educated. Why can't I also branch out? She told me one thing, don't branch out. One day you are going to surprise people. But I wasn't saying, how will I surprise people? Are you getting it? But the truth is, yes, my repeating for the story changed in 2001. It was in 2000, yeah, 2001. When I was sitting with a fellow colleague, just a classmate, and this classmate told me the syllables. 30, 22, and even my main teacher by that time was Dr. Lusambu. Mukasa Lusambu was also a commissioner at the Ministry of Education, and was also in Teachers in Need is our patron. He told me they used to teach us those syllables. And the first word which I read in my life, after over 10 years in education, or 15 years or 7, I don't know, it was the name Kapo. And I'll never forget it. That's why it's a special name in my life. Whenever I look at the name Kato, that was my first word. Are we together? So what makes a difference between you and any teacher is not where you are working from, but the ability to transform those kids who are at the end of the road. Are we together? And you find that most of us as teachers, when you're in a class, you want the good ones to sit closer, Then the weak ones, like assume she's weak, then you start to come and tell her, Martha, go and sit at the back, don't spoil my day. Don't spoil own mind. So what happens? One thing. The truth is, good teachers. This is it. Good teachers are not graded or quantified on the good language, but the way how we support the good language. The truth is, I wasn't supported by any teacher, apart from maybe my head teacher, but I was supported by a fellow learner. I was together. And if it wasn't that learner to help me, the truth is, I don't know where I would have ended, because things were bad on my side. And teachers, you know those government schools, the teacher doesn't have time. You are very many in the class, you're over 80. Now you are even on coaching, but even in coaching, we're not paying for. Are we getting it? So by the grace of God, when I came out of this scenario, I believe God saw that we are the right people to give what it takes. If you look at people today teaching reading, it's very good. But people, most of us teach crummy things. Very crummy things. You teach things that people can't own. Your learners can't own them. You yourself, you can't own them. Because you learned it that way, you want to teach it that way. You get the point? And that's why we can bring you our kids here in a community school. They can shame people here. Just me and kids. Why? We teach them reading in a local way, contextualized way, by they own all the information. It becomes their own. Are you getting it? But some people here, the way how you teach, because that's the way how you have been reading, the way how you are taught, the way how this approach works. You don't become creative to see, how can I, yes, this approach works like this, but how can I make this content in my local way? How can it fit my society? How can it fit my audience? All together. And that's what makes a different teacher, or a unique teacher. Not the way how maybe you learn this approach, and the way how you learn the entire approach is the way how you want to teach it. You don't even change. You get the point? There are people here who use approaches. They use it in the rhymes. Without even, you see the rhyme is good, yes, but it doesn't have any connotation with our, maybe with the way how we sing here. Why can't you create something in your own way? Are we together? And that is one thing which is killing education. Teachers are not creative. Teachers are very static. The way how you learn something, the way how you want to teach it. And you want to get paid, to be paid is different. Tell your neighbor, my neighbor.
My neighbor.
If what you are doing,
100
people can do it.
100 people can do it.
You will earn like the 100 people.
You will earn like the 100 people.
If what you are doing,
If what you are doing,
1 billion people can do it.
1 billion people can do it.
You will earn like 1 billion.
You will earn like 1 billion people.
So what makes you do it? Are you scared? Always, before sleeping, ask yourself a simple question. As a teacher, what makes you a unique teacher? Are you scared? What makes you a unique teacher? That's why, by the way, for us, we came up with this. We came up with our approach. We tested it for 5 years. It's the RICA, Reading Implementation Campus approach. And the truth is, yes, schools are very strict. Even the whites are very strict. For one purpose, it is local. You don't put in anything, copy and paste. Are you getting it? And why? Because we are doing things. In the beginning, we used to use so many approaches, which were working, but you could find that even you who is using it, it is not meaning, you are not owning it. Then we said, why can't we own things? That's why we started using actions that are contextualized, whereby you can own the action, you use the action, which your kids are familiar with. Are we together? We use the teaching style which the kids are familiar with, like the rhymes.